Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Shogun Social Media Podcast, episode 12 or 13, I think, something like that.
I think it's 15.
Well, no, it's
No
not.
way.
No.
Is it?
No? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, this is the podcast where we chat about everything to do with social media, the world, everything we love and hate in social media, every platform, tips and tricks for brands or anybody trying to do well on social media as well. So we have myself, George. We also have
Freddie.
and
Liv.
Amy.
Amazing. So we start with Freddie's industry updates, then we chat about creators we like, trends, everything like that. So Freddie, what is a industry update of the past week?
Industry update. Elon Musk. He's back. He is buying
We always
Twitter.
love talking about
Yeah.
He is buying Twitter.
Again.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be done by the end of the month.
All right.
He'll be an official Twitter owner.
And isn't it something like 44 billion?
44 billion.
I'm not sure on this. We spoke about this before. Is it a PR stunt? Is it not a PR stunt? Like, if he's going to buy it, just get on with it. No.
I find it all good. I found out because Twitter sued him back in July for like backing out. And I'm like,
Oh.
God, they're starting like the worst front foot possible on this
Right.
relationship,
To
right?
be sued
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a new business partner.
And apparently they're really far apart in terms of trust, and Twitter won't accept this bid at the moment. So, again...
He wanted to see the fake accounts, didn't he?
Yeah, I just feel like it's got really messy. Someone's got sued, and now he's being forced to buy this company.
That is a ridiculous situation. That's like billionaire situation. Like, we can't fathom what that is like. You know, the idea of being sued
I
and then
wish.
just carrying on turning up at work. Like saying,
Yeah.
oh, hi.
I don't know how... What was it before when he was wanting to buy it, but they couldn't show how many...
Yeah, fake accounts.
Oh, so it was...
And then they provided it, and he was like, no, I want more. So Twitter said, no, you're just playing us along. Like, we're giving you all this information.
Oh, so he knew loads of stuff about Twitter, and then they were like...
I just find it so bizarre. I think...
What do you
So-
think he'll do?
Apparently, I remember he wants to make the tweets longer. He wants to give more expression to freedom of speech.
Oh my
Isn't going to go
goodness.
down well on that platform.
It's really
And-
probably the biggest platform with freedom of speech, I would
Yeah,
say.
and then I think that was it in terms of the stuff I found.
Can you
earlier
just
as
put
well.
an edit button? That's all I want.
Needs an
Yeah.
edit button.
Yeah,
I just want an edit button.
Yeah, I think when we talked about him before, we said how Elon loves a prank and he loves like a silly post. He loves to just like jump on memes or whatever. Like I remember when years ago, when PewDiePie was doing meme review, and that was like a really popular show on YouTube that he was doing years ago. And he had Elon Musk as a special guest
No way.
to like review the
Oh my
memes of that
God,
week.
that's
It was
insane.
amazing. It was quality. It was like, you know, the end of YouTube's kind of golden era, I'd say. I know, yeah, like Elon Musk was there just like filming himself going through that week's memes. So he's very,
goodness.
very aware of like social
you
media.
remember
He's
he
not
men-
just a generic billionaire.
Do you remember mentioning about how obviously he was on about the Twitter memes, and then one of the memes was, "I'm going to buy McDonald's so I can sort out all the strawberry milkshake machines or the
Yeah.
milkshake machines." Like
Yeah.
it's like he just takes himself a bit
Literally.
like as a joke.
That's
like,
really. I was this morning. I typed in Elon Musk buying, and that was a search term. It's like the second one, McDonald's, and I was like, this has got way out of hand. Just like this.
Yeah.
Maybe a PR stunt, but yeah, I wonder what will happen to Twitter.
Yeah, I reckon. I mean, I don't know, but like I said, him jumping on these silly things, like whatever his child is called, the symbols. You know, what I mean?
yeah.
I don't even know if that might have been PR
Yeah.
stunt again. Like that might not even be real. It's probably is a PR stunt, to be honest. But like, I think that he is someone who is very, very aware of like the rules and the trends on social media. So when it's him buying Twitter, it genuinely might just be that he knows how much of a stink that would cause. So he doesn't,
Yeah.
might not even
Yeah.
care. It's just,
I mean, like on the flip side of potentially like the freedom of speech thing that he's saying, it concerns me a little bit that it's one individual who's a billionaire who's going to have so much influence on a platform that everyone universally uses and how they can express themselves. You know, like he's just stopped like Donald Trump doing the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Can you imagine
it's-
Trump on there?
Oh my God.
Not banned.
Yeah, I think he's banned from
But then
there.
is he just going to unban all the banned people?
Oh God,
this is like a viewpoint that is kind of throwing a spanner in the works, but Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube and
Yes.
TikTok and Twitter, they're already owned by billionaires.
Yes.
Very
It's
true.
not like this is going to be a new, like,
That's true.
it's not like they're
That's
already
true.
owned by
Yeah.
people who, you
The
know,
one
are just
thing-
individuals.
The one thing I'd say about Twitter is that obviously we've mentioned a couple of times about how a lot of social media platforms follow each other. I don't think Twitter has been that kind of platform to kind of follow people, like follow all the others. I mean, wasn't there stories on Twitter, or there still is?
Oh God.
But I mean, there's nothing which they, you know, we've said years and years, people are like, put an edit button, they still don't. Like, what do you think it's going to turn into something where it's just going to copy all of the other platforms?
I think for me, it's worrying that someone who is like Elon Musk, like he's so out there, and then Twitter is a really targeting first platform. I think those two things could just come together and then boom.
Yeah.
People would just stop using it. If it got really bad, people would just be like, no, I'm not using it. I use TikTok.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. If a platform turns bad, people do use it less. Like look at Facebook. Yeah. And you could argue that's got a mental billionaire in charge of it too. You could argue, you know. Yeah.
Oh, Facebook. Facebook is as bad as Teams. I said it.
Facebook used to be golden. Like I used to like so many things on Facebook.
Like
it was like who could have the most amount of likes and who can have the most amount of friends. Yeah. And now I'm like, why am I friends with Billy from New York? I don't know who you are, but
Big
we're
up
friends.
Billy.
Yeah.
Big up Billy.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Yeah, that's a good one, Freddie. That's never gonna end. I mean, even if like the deal dies again, there's gonna be like rumors again. Oh, did you hear? Like 2 years later, Elon Musk is gonna buy it again.
We're definitely gonna be talking about this.
Yeah. I think it's been on 3 podcasts.
Has, yeah.
So like 1 in 3.
Because he was buying it, then he wasn't, and then he was buying it again, and then they were suing. Well, it's been a lot of podcasts.
He's rent free in our heads.
Yeah, he is.
That's exactly it, isn't it? PR stunt. Yeah, that's
we are
exactly.
all talking about Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah. That's good industry update. Why am I saying good? As if I can tell. I'm like the judge. I need to shut up. Whatever. I'm just going to say my creator highlight. So my creator highlight is one of my favorite creators on the internet right now. Okay. And I've been wanting to talk about him for ages, but I didn't want to kind of like kill the secrecy around him. Joe on a boat. Do you know Joe on a boat?
No.
Oh my
Can't say I
God.
do, no.
It's so good, okay? Like, it's hard to describe, but it's really dry, tongue-in-cheek humor. It's this man, middle-aged man, not gonna lie, he looks a bit like a serial killer, and that's kind of the joke. He has this boat, and the kind of, how it's framed is he's like doing a vlog about owning a boat, and all of his content is about like top 5 questions I'll ask you when you come on my boat. And it's like framed as like friendly. But then he goes, question number 1, would you like some tea? Question number 2, why are you saying the tea tastes funny? Question number 3, would you like to lie down? Like, it's like, you get it, yeah?
What platforms is on?
Everything. I found him on YouTube originally, but he then went to Instagram and did some like Instagram first stuff where I didn't post on YouTube. He's also on TikTok and Twitter. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
With a big following?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Well, this is what I'm getting at. Is like when I found him, like years ago, before the pandemic, it was like just a couple thousand followers on YouTube. He now is getting bigger and bigger, where it's like 30,000 followers on YouTube. He's got about 200,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
That is good.
He's getting bigger and bigger. And yeah, I advise you have a look at his stuff. Like if you like the kind of dry, silly humor, where it's like, it's not framed as, you know, humor. Like the whole point is that it's just, he's like playing a character. And there's this one video that like I think helped kick off his fame a bit recently, where he did, and like you watch it and you'll get the joke. You know, tier lists, like where creators will put it in like S, A, B, C, and it's like colored. He did the race tier list, but where he starts it by saying like, these 2 races, I have no idea what people see in them. Their cultures I don't care about. Number 4, the NASCAR 2000 race. Like, you know what I mean? Formula 1 Grand Prix. I'm going to put that as number B, you know. It's that kind of humor where it's like dry and kind of serious, but then he drops like a black comedy punchline. And I just think he's so funny because he's a creator who adapted to the pandemic. He said, okay, I'm going to keep going. He went to Instagram first from YouTube. And yeah, he's just no stopping, you know. I think he's going to keep going, and I think he's getting more and more famous. So yeah, I've loved him for ages, and he's my creator highlight. I recommend you all check him out.
I'm definitely going to look at him. I have a thing about tiny homes and houseboats.
Oh yeah, we love him there.
Please share.
Massively, so there's like this whole movement called the tiny house like movement, and for years, I mean, honestly, my friends and family are like, Olivia, it's ridiculous. I just want to live in a shed. But yeah, houseboats as well, I love. So I feel like I would definitely like that vibe. But I also think he's probably so popular because of the relatability. I definitely think in the pandemic, like, everyone was just on TikTok all the time looking at normal people doing normal everyday things, and this whole like influencer life, like it wasn't relatable. And so I think him having that success during and post is because people are just interested, you know?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I saw a post on Instagram the other day, and it was a sponsored post, I think, where someone was just trying to sponsor their content, and they basically put like predictions of the year, and one of the predictions was they think that like gone are the time where the content is like forced. Now let's see, you know, you folding your clothes. Like now I'm seeing Love Island stars. They're obviously they come out and they have their makeup deals, they have their this deals and that and this. And now one of the Love Islanders I follow is now doing TikToks of her folding her clothes. It's like an everyday thing. Do you know what I mean? It's more relatable for people.
Definitely.
So that's why people like the content.
Yeah, even Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner were jumping on that. Yeah.
The last tangent I want to go down is, have you guys seen, following on from houses and boats, have you guys seen termite Twitter?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
no.
God, you wait for this, right? So people put up, like normal people be like, oh, this is my home, whatever. There's a group of accounts, they're termite accounts, and they'll be like, they'll reply, can't wait to eat your house. And they'll tag all the other termites, and they'll be like, we're going to hit up your house. Looks so tasty.
Nice.
They got hundreds of thousands of followers.
Oh my God.
There's a niche you didn't know about.
That is.
I love those silly accounts.
Termite Twitter.
Yeah, that reminds me of like back in the day talking about Facebook. There were those pages that said something like, let's get this slice of bread to 1 million likes or something.
Yeah,
Where
the
that
egg.
makes me think of
The
that.
egg.
Yes,
Egg.
let's get this
Egg.
the most liked post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember
my
groups where it was like if you hate Hannah Montana or something. like if you hate Justin Bieber, and all those boys were like.
Yeah,
Like,
that'll show him. Like,
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
funny.
ridiculous.
How the times have changed.
yeah, well, Joe on a Boat, I absolutely recommend it. And I Googled him for the first time today. I didn't Google him because I already follow him on all the other platforms. But I Googled him, and the number 3 search suggestion on Google, it was Joe on a Boat Twitter, Joe on a Boat serial killer as a Google search.
Oh my
So that's
God.
what I mean.
God.
He doesn't just do it as much anymore. In the old days, it legit rode the line between
Yeah.
is he serious or is he not? But like about 2 years
Yeah.
ago, he just went a bit harder into the comedy thing,
Yeah.
and now it's like obviously comedy. It's still dry, straight-faced comedy,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, it's very, very silly now. It's just funny how number 3 search term was Joe on a Boat serial killer.
Oh,
Yeah, so
God.
he's my creator highlight.
Okay,
What
well,
multi-pleasure he is.
for me, what am I talking about? Trends. Okay, so trends. I don't really know if this is a trend. I feel like this is more an app jumping on the boat of like TikTok and Instagram stories. But Spotify have now added stories, which I think is interesting. And I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts, because you click on them, and depending on the playlist you're listening to, it could have like an interview from the artist that you're listening to, which I think is cool. And they've obviously created it specifically for Spotify. So it's like educational content for their audience. But long term, like, it's not really offering anything new. And I don't know really, is it worth it? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I would like it if
Yeah.
there was my favorite artists and they were doing interviews. A bit like, I don't know if anyone's seen Kick Game. They interview like people when they go around and get their shoes. I watch them because I'm like, they give like exclusives and stuff. Yeah, I would.
Guess you get to know your like your favorite artists a bit more, which I think I would kind of like as well. Maybe them just, you know, you hear them sing all the time because they're your favorite artists, but
Yeah.
going into why they've written the lyrics or something
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
that I think is really
Yeah, I
interesting.
like that.
Definitely. I think as long as it's different content that we're not getting from like their TikTok or their Instagram
Yeah,
accounts.
exclusive. Yeah.
I think it has to be
Yes.
exclusive, and then there's a benefit. I think if it's just rehashing, I don't
No,
know.
yeah,
stuff
I
we've
agree,
already
yeah.
seen.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
that's true. Yeah, you're right. Because right now, if you want to do that, if you want to investigate like why they wrote the lyrics or something, then maybe you'd go to YouTube or Instagram, or you'd Google an article about them or something. Maybe Spotify is saying, okay, let's stop people doing that. Let's have everything in platform. Let's have everything. Because right now on Spotify, if you go down to the artist's like social media sections, you can press to go straight to their Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas maybe Spotify
wow,
is
I didn't know
saying,
that.
forget that. Let's do it in-house.
In-house,
Yeah,
definitely.
in our app. Let's keep it like that.
Definitely.
I suppose, yeah, at the moment, not barrier, but I suppose the negative would be that it could just become self-promotion. You know, like if they approach Ed Sheeran or something and go, hey, we've got this new thing called Stories. It's kind of like Instagram Stories, but a bit different. Do you want to do one? And he'll be like, yeah, sure. Can I talk about my new album?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I don't want
to
to
watch.
be,
innit?
Yeah, that's boring. That is.
I don't know about Spotify at the moment. I saw, basically, I don't know their two names. I think it's Saffron Barker and Anastasia
Kingsnor.
Yeah, I'm not sure of her last name. Don't know how to say it. They've just come out with a new Spotify podcast, and basically it's all kicked off a little bit because 2 other people have already been to Spotify to film the podcast called The Podcast, their new podcast. So they've basically, these 2 people have said, right, we want to start a podcast on Spotify. This is what it's called. And now those 2 girls have come out with a new podcast, and that's what it's called. And they're like, we've gone to use Spotify, and we wanted to do this, and then everyone's all kicking off a little bit.
So they've stolen the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they already went to Spotify to say, like, we'd like to put it on Spotify, but they've just completely ignored that, or they've said no. I don't really know the ins and outs, but they've given it to those 2 girls,
right?
And that it's not, and obviously their whole audience are like, why did you do this? But all the girls are like, kind of, they're saying to them, like, obviously it's not your fault, like, you didn't know, but it's kind of Spotify's fault. So I do think that was a bit bad from Spotify.
That's interesting about the stories, Liv. I suppose maybe an element of it is it a story if it's permanent? Like I don't know. Maybe that's something like they should consider, because that's one of the cool things about Instagram stories, and it is that it disappears after 24 hours.
Yeah, definitely. I also saw with TikTok that they're talking about maybe hosting like masterclasses on TikTok. Has anyone heard of this? Like more educational content for their audience. So I did think when I heard about the stories, if Spotify did something that was related, like musical tutorials or like masterclasses, you know, like, have you ever heard of Masterclass? It's a platform that you can do loads of different things through. Christina Aguilera has a singing one. So I don't know if they did something like that. I could be a complete tangent here, but then you can still have that area for promotional content for your artist, but as long as it's serving the platform. So I don't know. I feel like if they use it in the right way, it could be really great.
I side with George where I want it to be new, and also, I don't know, surely if it's going to stay up there longer, they're going to rebrand it away from stories. So like extra content, extra slice. Extra slice is strictly
Like
actually.
who would do that though? Like,
do
you know, artists have a lot going on, just recording their music and then tours and promoting it. Like, are they going to want to start filming extra content just to put something out on Spotify?
Oh, do you know what I would love? If someone did a vlog series of their tour.
Yeah,
That would be so good.
That would be really cool.
Hey guys, welcome back to my tour.
You get the tour, like videos, or they do like a movie or something, but you never get the instant content. Talking about that, actually, Selena Gomez has just brought out a new documentary, and I can't wait to watch it. And at the same time as, obviously, you know, she was Justin Bieber's ex, and then Justin Bieber's now with Hailey Bieber. Well, Hailey, whatever her name was. She basically went on a huge podcast called Call Her Daddy, around the same kind of time that Selena was promoting her new documentary. But no one knows what's going to be in this new documentary, whether it's going to be like talking about Justin Bieber. So I feel like that was also a bit of a crazy
That would
moment.
be good.
Yeah, shade.
Very shady. Very shady. She's like, actually, I don't want to talk about your new documentary. Let's talk about me. And let's talk about Justin Bieber. And she's clearing up like rumor. Have you listened to it?
I've seen a little bit about it. I'm really excited to watch it. I've gotten really into Selena, not through her music really, but through, is it Only Murders in the Building?
Disney Channel.
Yes, I'm obsessed.
Oh, I haven't watched that, but
it's such a good series. And she seems awesome. She's a great actress. And obviously she's had a lot of health issues.
Yes.
She has, what is it that she has? Something that
didn't
it's an immune disease.
Didn't she get a kidney transplant?
She's had a kidney transplant, yeah. And so I'm really interested to hear like her journey through that. So
very exciting. But yeah, that's something I agree with you, is something which I would like to see people vlogging.
Imagine that.
Or, like artist takeovers, you know, like
Yeah.
how they do on Instagram.
Even like recording in their studio, what actually goes on. Because you see all the images when they've got all the alcohol in the background.
Yeah.
They're like that with their Rolex.
Yeah.
But what goes on between the hours of A and B?
Maybe that's what they don't want you to see, though. That's why it's so secretive.
Definitely.
That's true.
Definitely. What goes on in the booth?
Yeah, they bring in a ghostwriter, and then they bring someone else into play while they just sit there and take photos of their
Or they sit there and just warm up their music or something. Warm up the vocal cords, sorry.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that should be a new section of the podcast.
Yeah.
Conspiracy Corner.
Conspiracy.
Just like the last 5 minutes, just go crazy. Yeah, so that's cool. Live Spotify stories or whatever they're calling it. I don't know if there's stories or not. Amy, what are you chatting about today?
So today I am talking about Virgin Atlantic, and they have basically came out and revealed that their crew can wear whatever uniform they'd like. So the men can wear skirts, the women can wear trousers, and the employees can choose whichever clothes by Vivienne Westwood that they want to wear to work. So they've basically announced it with a campaign with Michelle Visage, who I love because she's on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
So yeah, they basically just came out and said, do you know what? You can wear whatever you want to work, be free. And announcing that on social media. I can't remember the last thing we spoke about with Virgin.
It was tattoos.
Yes, so tattoos. So they first said, yep, you don't need to, hide your tattoos now. And now they're saying, you know what? You can wear whatever you want. Employees can obviously choose. Obviously, you have to wear the uniform, but you can wear whatever you want. And I just think that is just a great step moving forward again in a world where, not many airlines would do that.
Sure.
Not many workplaces.
No.
Got to take a minute to appreciate that.
No,
That's very true.
What about shoes, high heels, etc.?
Ooh, that is actually a good one. I'm not sure on the high heels, but
I think they can.
I feel, yes, they can. I think the campaign that they did, I don't know if they're transgender but there is a man and he is wearing heels.
Cool.
And he's wearing a skirt and he's wearing a blazer. And I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
What was the brand you said that was in partnership with?
Vivienne Westwood.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting how they're launching, and this is not to cheapen the campaign at all. I like it. But yeah, they're launching the campaign with a brand partnership. So that says that there has been some money exchanging hands there. It's probably a paid partnership where they're like, Vivienne Westwood clothes. So.
But again, it wasn't just like a news, article. They've done it and they've announced it through social media.
Yeah,
they've done this whole big campaign showing anyone wearing whatever clothes they want, and I just think that's just amazing because you won't get that with someone like BA. I don't think you do anyway.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And also they're traditionally known for having such strict rules to be like air hostesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very true.
In like regards to weight and, all that kind of stuff.
They
so
mentioned with makeup as well.
Yeah.
I think anyone can wear makeup. So it's just very free in that sense. And I think that's just great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Their advert, they have a gentleman, and I think he's getting something from a customer, and he has face makeup on.
Oh, no way.
So they're all over the place.
Yeah.
In terms of that, but no, really good stories to bring up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I suppose if you, obviously none of us are arseholes, but like if you can picture being on an airplane and you see a man obviously with makeup and high heels, we wouldn't care. Obviously, it's like, why would anyone care? Because at the end of the day, you're there to fly to a holiday or for work or something.
And at the end of the day, it's not our choice whether wearing it. It's
No,
their
of course
choice.
not,
If they want to wear
absolutely.
it, they
I was
can wear
thinking
whatever
that
they like.
operation-wise, they must have so many things where it's like, if this happens to this person, then this happens with their protocol, because there will be
Yeah.
that
there
one
will be.
guy
There will be people
or
who
woman,
care.
individual that will go, no, I'm not having this.
There must be a lot to the back end of it that we don't know, like, because people could kick off. That you have these people in the world which don't like it, don't know why. It's got nothing to do with them, but they must have something in place that if maybe a woman was wearing trousers, they might turn around and say, "Why are you wearing trousers?" They'll have like a
Or even if a
system in
woman was
place.
wearing flat shoes. Because when you like when who did I go? I went with BA and they were wearing high heels and all that, the look. But yeah, if someone was wearing trousers and they were wearing maybe trainers or flats, and they go, bit underdressed.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Do
Do
you
you
know
know
what?
what I mean?
My cousin's an air hostess, and I won't mention the company just in case, but they are not allowed to walk through the airport eating. You can't be seen in your uniform drinking any alcohol. So it's very, very pristine. Like, basically, you're a walking dolly.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do anything. You can't be seen eating.
Yeah.
God forbid you
I've
get
walked-
seen eating.
How dare you eat?
How
Yeah,
dare you
right,
eat?
right.
How dare you come up a 10-hour flight and eat?
That's
Like
right, yeah.
when they walk through the airport, no, you're not allowed any of that. So it's very posh.
A walking poster, a walking billboard for the logo. That's what
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, I like
A logo
yeah.
on wheels or on
Yeah.
legs.
But is that the right way to go about it?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. On that post, Amy, like, was it a singular post or was it like a few posts that they announced it?
I think it was all over.
Fair.
We'll get the photo up. on the
Sure,
screen
sure,
So you can
yeah.
see it.
Wondering, did you see any like negative comments? People
I
hating
didn't
on that?
actually look at the comments. I think it's clear to say there probably was negative
yeah,
comments.
of course.
There was probably also amazing comments, people thinking it's great. But yeah, I just thought it was something really great that they've announced this whole big campaign on social media again, being so inclusive and so welcome, and so people can feel like they can work as an air hostess and be a male or female and don't have to wear a girl doesn't have to wear a skirt. You might not want to wear a skirt, so wear a pair of trousers.
Yeah, right.
They'll potentially get the best of the bunch now.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, yeah, I can go there. I can wear heels, makeup, shorts, whatever it may be.
Exactly
Be
that.
in the shorts.
I would
Yeah.
be.
Freddie would be in the
I
shorts.
would.
Yeah,
Shorts. Oh, that's the dream.
It's true though. If you're on a 10-hour flight, I wouldn't really want to wear a skirt for 10 hours.
Even
and obviously
heels.
you've got to wear heels and you've got to sleep about. I don't know where it is you sleep on the plane, but you sleep in these tiny little compartments and you've got to be in a skirt. It's not very comfortable, is it?
Yeah. There are industries that
so
really
for
have
it.
that. It's just built in.
Yeah.
Institutionalized is the term,
Yeah.
isn't it? Where it's just built in views. You have to wear high heels. They're like, why are you
Yeah,
thinking
it's
about
like
how to-
it's
like,
very sectioned, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a woman, you have to wear heels, you
Yeah.
have to wear makeup, you have to have your hair in a bun. You're a man, you have to wear trousers, you have to wear hair like this.
Yeah.
But it's not like that in society nowadays. Anyone can do what they'd like. It's very open and welcome, and I think that's what they do so well, and why they're welcomed so well on social media and by a lot of people, because they're pushing the boundaries. They're saying, okay, it's fine to do this. Why is it such an issue? And I think that's why they get a lot of the support that they do from a lot of people.
I mean, they're really putting their money where their mouth is, because they're not just saying they're an inclusive brand or company, they're actually showing people. And I think a lot of organizations could follow suit from that.
Yeah, I agree.
Not just putting up a post being inclusivity matters and they're not doing anything about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, totes. Yeah, very good. I'd love to see that post in the comments underneath, just because it's just good to see drama on social media.
I did see a couple of negative comments. I
Right,
think
right,
I
right.
read an article, I can't remember where from, and some of the comments were this could be confusing for children when they're on the plane. But then if it was confusing for children, then it's an important conversation to have.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was raised with gay godparents, and they're my second set of parents. And so that was always normal, that everyone had different interests and, and I think the younger you're exposed to the fact that not everyone's going to be like you, and that's a good thing, then that's healthy.
Everyone is different in this world. Everyone can do what they'd like. Do you know what I mean?
That's a really closed-minded comment from whoever did that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, very.
confusing.
Absolutely.
Okay, educate your kids.
Exactly. That's
Absolutely.
on you.
It's just a
not on the
conversation.
child.
All you have to have is a conversation. It doesn't have to confuse them. Just talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not an issue.
Totes. Yeah, that's all good. So now we're going to go through some hot takes of the past week or so. So random little observations or opinions or things we want to shout about from social media. So, Freddie, do you have a hot take?
Yeah, I do. Have you heard about Kim Kardashian's big mistake?
Potentially.
Oh,
Oh, yes, I have. Crypto.
Yes. Boom.
No.
Yeah, so basically
Why have I
she-
missed out on this?
She shared a
Love
post
her.
promoting this crypto app or service or something,
Yeah.
and she didn't say it was paid. You got to put ad or whatever. She didn't put that,
okay.
and apparently the rules are even stricter
Very.
in the crypto industry. But she got fined 1.2 million for not doing it.
Oh, no.
Sued by, fined by who?
The advertising standards.
I see.
Do you know what? I would feel sorry for her, but I have heard she gets paid £1 million a post, so I'm not.
Oh, yeah,
She
don't
is
feel sorry.
charging $100 for a bin. The woman's
I saw
insane.
that, yeah.
Do you want to see? Do you want to hear a stat?
Go on.
Will it make us sad about how
No.
much money these people?
No. It's the advertising standards agency said that only 35% of influencers comply by all the rules, and if you don't do it, you get fined and you got to pay the money back that you're getting paid. So so they're really, really on it.
I'd love to see a list of UK influencers who have messed up and not done that. I'd love to see that.
Is that a series?
Yeah.
Is that a new podcast series?
I'm going to Google that to see if you can actually see that.
Because I think
that would be really interesting.
With Kim, I actually think, because she put it on her stories.
Yeah.
I think it was the phrasing that she'd really fucked up with. I think it was the fact that she hadn't put like #ad before something.
Yeah, it was like you have to put paid promotion.
Yeah. I mean, do we think it was really Kim on her stories though, or do we think it was someone on? Do you think it was her social media team? Because I don't think it was Kim.
Someone's getting in trouble.
I don't think she's posting her photos.
Someone on work experience.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to cost you 1.2. Hope that's okay. See you tomorrow.
You'll be paying this off the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, the work experience guy is now being sued.
Yeah.
He's being fined. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That's my hot take.
Yeah, that's good. My hot take was this clever little strategy I saw on a Reddit post, right? And I really thought it was clever. So it was a post on the Golden Retrievers subreddit, which is one of the subreddits I follow. Obviously. But I mean, there's, dog subreddits. And it was this little video. I don't know where it originated from. It might have not been an original Reddit post. It might have come from another platform. But anyway, it was this video, and it was a golden retriever sitting, laying down, and the text said, 4 signs your human is a cheater, or something. I think that in itself is a trend, isn't it? Signs your boyfriend is cheating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've seen that on TikTok.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those on TikTok. Well, anyway, this one dog, it was a dog, and it said, 4 signs your human is a cheater. 4 signs, right? In this video, like about 40 seconds long, they showed 3 signs. So it said, sign number 1, he's always on his phone. Is he talking to other dogs? Or like sign number 2, he doesn't share leftovers. Who's he saving it for? But it reached the end of the video and it only showed 3. So all of the comments were saying, where's the extra step? Where's the other sign? Where's number 4? You've said there were 4. So that post got so much engagement because it deliberately left off a point that was promised in the title, which I thought was such a clever piece of social media strategy.
It's like you promise someone something and you're like, nope, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, right. So I just thought that was, and obviously it's sneaky. You could say it's clickbaity. But yeah, I just thought that was such a clever little piece of social media strategy where you say, we're going to show you 4 things. So then everyone comments saying, where's the 4th? Where's the 4th? Where's the 4th? And so all the comments, it's loads of comments. Yeah, that was my hot take. It's just a very, very clever little piece of social media strategy there.
It's like a hook, isn't it? Promising someone half of a...
Yeah. You can have a cookie, but you can only have a quarter of it.
Yeah, right.
The other half is over here.
Yeah, totally. And the video itself was good. It's hard to hate on the video. It's hard to say that the video was clickbaity because it was a good video that had good content. It was really nice to see this little dog. And it was funny. The 3 points they said was funny. It was a good video, so it's hard to say that it was clickbaity. I don't think it was clickbaity. It's just a good strategy to get some comments, I suppose.
I like that. They should do comment below for the 4th one.
Yeah.
And then deliver it. So my hot take. Well, I did see something really interesting. Again, I don't know if you guys have heard of this already. Apparently a lot of businesses are investing a lot of money in the world of VR because they want to start creating worlds specifically around their brand that their customers...
One of our clients is doing it.
Yeah, see, exactly. It's a big thing and a lot of money is being spent. And so things like Metaverse, I don't know, Chanel could have their own Metaverse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And customers could go in, have their own digital money to spend in a digital store. And even though these products won't be physically in their hands, that blows my mind. You're essentially playing The Sims
I couldn't
in real
do
life.
that. Imagine you're going into Chanel online, you're buying a bag, but you can't have it.
And you can only have it on your avatar. It's crazy.
I'd be like, where is it?
Where's the security guard? I'd just be like,
Well, how?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But as a consumer, you can be in that world and create your own customized world with Chanel there, and if you're part of an online community, that's different. I can see the benefit of that, but it just blows my mind.
Just NFTs though, we spoke about on episode 4 when Southampton Football Club dropped their kits. They did NFTs, and we were just talking. We're that's so weird. That what's the point? For me, what's the point? I just go buy the real thing. But that's because I'm not into it.
People are really into it, aren't they?
Yeah, I remember I tweeted like, oh, the club are detached, and I got so many NFT people. Someone was like, are you mad, bro, because you won't get any? And I was like, no,
I don't want your NFTs,
read my
bro.
tweet. That's literally, I've stated that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, has the metaverse launched? I think it has launched, hasn't it? So it's current now.
It still confuses me so much.
I think it's all very new now, but all the trends and predictions are that like metaverse is just the beginning, and that you're going to see these individual virtual worlds for so many different brands and companies.
Guys, I've got something to pitch. Imagine doing your weekly shop in there, you pay for it, and then it turns up at your door.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, I guess that's quite.
I don't like
Just something like total waste of time. You could just drive there, get out your car, go in.
But then that's just online shopping.
Yeah, I was about to say this. What you're talking about is online shopping. It's just instead of like looking at clothes and stuff on your phone here, you do it like that.
Yeah.
You just sit.
For me, it's too game like.
Sure.
It's like being in a game.
That's what they're doing.
That's
I think,
the point.
innit?
Yeah.
I wonder
just
how.
find it so strange. I can't get on board with it. I can't lie.
I wonder how
agree.
good it would be. So say if you went into a watch shop, like, like if you're playing a game, it would be all like, even if it's HD whatever, it still wouldn't be the real thing. If I bought
That's
that
the thing.
Rolex,
Like you can do VR online where you can try like I don't know like a lipstick shade, but you're not going to know what it looks like until you're in the shop.
Yeah, totally.
Or like you try a watch on, you're not going to know because you won't know the heaviness of it.
that's true.
It's
That
like
is
putting
very
a
true.
Rolex on your wrist and put it on VR. You'd look at it and be like, oh, okay, I like this one, but it's nowhere near the weight of what it is in real life.
Yeah,
Nowhere near.
I worked for a watch brand who did exactly that.
Yeah.
And well, not exactly. It wasn't VR, it was AR, 'cause it was augmented reality.
Yeah.
As in, in real life, you hold your phone here, and you can put the watch on your wrist like that, and it looked. As a piece of technology, it looked so cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really help you buy the watch because it looks like a computer-generated watch.
It also,
You're
I've
not going
done.
to see like the diamonds if you
No.
wanted to see the diamonds or
No.
like the colour or stuff like that.
I've done something like that for a watch, and then you move it slightly, and it like glitches,
Yeah.
and like the watch is like over here, and it's like
You're like, on my wrist.
it's put me off. That has actually put me off buying a watch. Also, I like going in where they're like, "Would you like a latte? Would you like this?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like some
That's how
champagne.
Yeah, it's champagne. Yeah,
That's
get
how
the coffee machine going.
My creator highlight, I keep forgetting to say this, so I've remembered this time.
Do you mean hot take?
Yes, hot
take,
take.
yeah. Trying to steal my my gimmick.
Yeah, sorry. My hot take of the week. So I am a huge lover of drag queens. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I watch every single season, UK, USA, All Stars. I love it all. So one of my favourite drag stars, Trixie Mattel. She is pretty big in the drag industry, I'd say. She won All Stars. I can't remember what season, but she won that. And a lot of drag stars come out of that and they kind of have their own maybe like makeup line. So Trixie's gone like one step further. She has bought a motel in LA, a really rundown hotel, and she has done a series of it on YouTube of her renovating the motel, sorry. I love watching stuff like this, like renovating and all things like that. So she's got this designer in. They've gone each through the rooms and designed each room, and in each different episode, you see the room, you see the story behind the room. You know, they do the design, and it's all amazingly done. So it's basically takes it from being a horrendous motel to this massive, huge pink paradise, and all the rooms are amazing. And I just think it was just so good.
Yeah. Did you say YouTube? This was on
YouTube. And I hate sometimes where they're like, oh, you need to buy these episodes or you need to buy this so you can watch them all. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. Sorry. This is like got the full episodes on YouTube, and I just think it is absolutely amazing. I just think it's so good as well that someone, a drag queen, has opened their own motel in LA, and I want to stay there, but it is hella dollars.
Yeah, that's like older YouTube where it's just making content, putting it up, rather than like making sure it's on YouTube Premium. So you have to pay for it. Like no, Trixie has done it where it's just here's some content, enjoy.
And it's just, you guys have to watch it. It is so good. It's so Trixie Mattel. The motel is so Trixie. Like every room, there's a different room. I think there's like a cowboy room, a space room, and they're just so perfect. And then you see at the end her like unveiling the hotel, and there's loads of different drag like queens there, and I'm like, I'm just obsessed with it. I just think it was so good how she you know, didn't put it on a platform which needed to be paid for. Or
Like Netflix or something.
Yes. Yeah.
That could have easily been a Netflix series.
Could have easily been on Netflix. Easily. But I like how, you know, it's very easy accessible on YouTube. I just think it sounds so wow. It's another step in her career, and you know, it's another brand for her. It's all over. She's got her own like Instagram page now with the motel, and I just love it. I just want to stay there, guys.
What's the style of presentation like in the video? So is it very, you know, like if you picture the vlog style, it's like, okay, hi, hello everybody, this is me at my motel, how's it going? Like, you know, filming it. Is it like that, or is it like just have a camera crew following her around?
Do you know what? I'd feel like it's actually kind of, I wouldn't say reality, but you know when you have the interviews and they're sat in front of the camera, and she has her partner there, and her partner's like, we need to choose another floor tile, and she's like, no, I don't want to. But it's something like that. They kind of follow her around, follow with the room, follow the design, what they choose. And, you know, they have like special guests, like Lisa Vanderpump's on there.
Who I love.
I love Lisa
I'm
Vanderpump.
obsessed.
And it's just so good. Like I'm just obsessed with it. It's just a must. It's a must watch. It's an easy watch, and yeah, I'm just so happy she put it on social media. And I love her.
Nice.
I love you, Trixie.
Definitely got to watch that. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think that is everything for the episode.
Yeah, all done.
What a pleasure, as always, it was to chat to you all. Now we're going to go back and chat some more because we work together.
Yes. This has been a long one, actually.
It has, yeah. Well, this was episode 14 or 13 or whatever we think it was,
15.
wasn't it? 15. Freddie thinks it's 15. If you liked the sound of this, please give us a like, give us a follow, comment, tell us what you hate or what you love about the episode, and make sure you follow for the next episode as well. My name is George. We had
Freddie
and
Liv
and
Amy.
Nice, and we'll see you next time on the Shogun Social Media Podcast.
Bye.
guys.
Bye.